Good afternoon, coaches. This is Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are a new startup company based here in Austin, Texas. We are focused on creating a technology platform that allows student athletes to connect with other student athletes, for student athletes to connect with college coaches during the recruiting process, and more importantly, to help student athletes successfully transition from high school to college and then into a career in their major or maybe a career in the NFL. We have got another exciting class of 21 prospect with us today. Logan Arnold is a class of 21 DB from Vandegrift High School here in the Austin area. 5'11", 185, 3.9 GPA, which I love. We'll get into in a second. 1090 on his SAT. He was academic all district and also the district defensive MVP. Logan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Well, hey, thanks for coming on and telling your story here. Before we jump into your huddle video, obviously we're starting to reopen from COVID-19. Tell us what you've been doing to stay in shape for the upcoming fall season.
I have this personal trainer that I've been going to every day, get me right, working on speed and strength.
Okay. And then what about weights? Are you working out at home, or do you have a place, or are you just doing, what are you doing to get your strength up?
I have a bench at home, so I've been grinding all night, staying up sometimes and just knocking out some sets.
And I'm sure you're looking forward. I guess things are opening back up here. I think Monday, are you going to get back with your teammates? Talk about the excitement of getting back to work out with your teammates.
Yeah, I'm excited. I missed all that because school got shut down, and those are like my brothers, so I'm excited to get back.
Okay. Well, great. For any coaches that haven't seen your huddle video, let's go ahead and bring that up and have you commentate to some of the great plays that are on your video. I'm going to go ahead and hit start and just kind of walk us through who you're playing, what you're thinking to make those great plays. Here we go.
All right, here we're playing Vista Ridge. This quarterback's really good. We studied that he likes to throw the back shoulder fade, so I was keeping my eye out on that.
Good.
Tracking it. Here's McNeil. We weren't really worried about their pass game, so we mostly played cover 2. That just came off a turnover, so ball back. Here I'm playing deep zone, making sure he doesn't get behind me. The quarterback throws it straight to me. This is Ellison. We were more focused on the quarterback run, so we also played more cover 2. This is Stony Point. They were also a run first team, so we just tried to match up as best we can when it comes to passing.
Broken play, stay in coverage. Nice job there.
This is Bridgeland. This receiver was a stud. He hurt teams all year. Coach had me locked up on him the whole game, so I just played my best. This was the home opener against Cedar Park. I was excited. Just wanted to make some plays, and that's what I did.
Oh, that's great coverage right there. I'm going to sink back in cover 2. You guys play a lot of cover 2 at Vandegrift, huh?
Yes, sir. It's our main coverage.
Logan, do you prefer being in man or in zone, or do you care?
I don't care. I just want to go play ball.
Okay. And then one thing I like about your film, I've watched it several times, is that you are a great tackler. Talk about your mentality in the run game and in tackling.
I think it's big, especially because we play cover 2 and we're usually the first player and can't let anything outside of us. So I just try my hardest to wrap up and stay wrapped up until help arrives.
Now, Logan, I always ask DBs this question: are you a cornerback or are you a defensive back that can play any of the 3 DB positions?
I can play any 3. I just got moved because we just lost one of our really good safeties to an injury. So, no, I'm a safety and a corner.
Okay. So, starting this coming fall, you'll be playing more safety than corner this year? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir. I'll be all over the field.
Okay. Have you played safety before?
I have not.
Okay. So I'm sure I know the young man you're working with who happened, I gave birth to my son. He's working with you that the game is different cornerback, the game is at your back, and safety, the game is in front of you. Talk a little bit about that transition that you're working on now with him.
He's been teaching me his ways, how to backpedal, since we don't really backpedal here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to backpedal, and I know that's going to help me a lot in my future.
Okay. All right. Great footage. So I like your video. I've talked to a lot of coaches about it. They like your size, your range. But let's switch gears here. Let's talk about this tremendous academic transcript that you have. Talk to us about the importance you put on your academics with this 3.9 GPA and 1090 on your SAT.
I have dyslexia and ADHD, so it's really hard for me to like stay focused, which I just ignore that and try my hardest, and it's been working out pretty well, and makes me work harder than most kids because I have to grind every night for all my homework.
So it's interesting you mentioned that because I'm wondering if my son Aaron told you that he had the same exact problems in high school. Has he talked to you about that?
It's not.
Yeah, he was ADHD and had some learning disabilities that he had to overcome too. So it's funny that you guys are two peas in the pod when it comes to that. I see you make academic all district. Tell me a little bit. What are your favorite subjects? Are you a math guy, science? What are some of your favorite subjects?
I'm a big science guy. I love it. I love everything about it. No, I've always just been a science guy.
Okay. Take this time. Is there a certain teacher, counselor, advisor at Vandegrift that you want to shout out that helps you keep your grades so high?
Uh, Coach LaChapelle, she's my math teacher, but she's always getting on to me and making me do my work and everything, making
Okay.
me on top of everything.
So you're going into your senior year here. Have you talked about or do you know what you're going to major in when you get to college?
I have not decided that yet.
Okay. Tell me, have you and your family talked about what's going to be the deciding factors when you make a decision on what school you go to? Will it be close to home, culture, scheme, family atmosphere? What are the things that are important to you when you choose your college?
I think it's atmosphere. I don't want to go to like some tiny school because I go to a pretty big high school. I don't want to go down on that.
Okay, got no problem with that. Let's switch over to you as a player here. Let's talk about what do you consider some of your strengths going into your senior year, and then what are some of the things you're working on as you move to safety?
I think some of my strengths are playing the ball. I'm good at seeing the ball in the air, reacting to it, and then also tackling. Because before middle school, I was a nose guard for all 7 years, and that just taught me meanness.
Okay.
And then
Tell
I'm
me
working.
on that. What age did you start playing football, and then what age did you fall in love with it?
I fell in love with it before I even started playing. I just watched every Saturday with my dad on the couch, and then I started playing when I was in kindergarten. I was playing up like 2 years, so I played with the seniors that graduated 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Really helped me later on in high school.
Tell me, is there a moment when you knew, hey, I think football is going to help pay for my college education? What year was that when you felt like I can play at the next level?
I would say in middle school, in seventh grade, because that was the first year I wasn't on the O line and D line, and I could really show my skills and what I had to offer.
Okay. As you know, you're following recruiting. There's a lot of good DBs in class 21. Tell these coaches, how do you differentiate your game over these other players?
I'm mean and nasty. I'm not afraid to push people around and get hit and do hitting.
Tell me, how do you prepare for games? Are you a film guy? Are you a scouting report guy? Or you just like to take it as you go on a game on Friday night?
I like to study film, see what they like to do off the line, see who the quarterback likes to throw the ball the most, and then from there on, I just see how it goes on Friday night.
Okay. Let's talk about recruiting a little bit. Who is recruiting you? Who are you hearing from? Who do you want to hear from? And tell us a little bit about your recruiting experience so far.
Uh, I've had some contacts with both the Montana schools, Army, Navy. They've been contacting me, and then uh, Drake was talking to me for a little bit.
Okay.
That's about it.
Are there schools that you want to hear from that you haven't heard from yet going into your senior year?
Uh, I would like to get some, like maybe like New Mexico State, That seems like a good place. Wyoming, along those lines.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll definitely get this video and information in front of those coaching staffs. Tell me, college coaches want to know about your relationship with your existing high school coaches. Tell us about your relationship with your position coach and your head coach.
Me and my head coach actually so he has a son in our grade, and we actually just took a trip out to the ranch, did some fishing, and shot some skeet. Had a good time out there. And then me and my position coach are also really tight. We always talk to each other, laugh, tell jokes, and just have a good time.
Okay. You talked about some of the things in my next question. Get to know you personally. What are some of your interests? You hunt, you fish. Are you a video game guy? You spend a lot of time on your phone. What else do you do to away from football?
Yeah, I do a lot of hunting, fishing. Depends on the day. Like some days I stay inside and play Xbox with my friends. Other days I go outside and do some we like to go to the lake and jump off cliffs into the water. And we have a lot of fun.
Which games do you play? Are you a Madden guy? Are you 2K? Are you Fortnite, Call of Duty? Which games do you play?
During the quarantine, we grinded on Minecraft and made like a whole little world.
Okay. And then what are some of your favorite apps on your phone? What are you doing to kill time? Are you a Twitter guy, Instagram, TikTok? What do you spend a lot of time in?
I usually just go on Instagram. That's about it.
Okay. And then let's fast forward. It's going to be this fall. Some big games come up on your schedule. What artists are you listening to in pregame to get you hyped for a game?
I listen to Mac Miller a lot. I like him. He doesn't have like the most upbeat songs, but I like him a lot, and
Yeah.
sometimes it can be real pumped up.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. As we're starting to reopen from COVID-19 and you start to get back to hanging out with your friends, maybe your girlfriend, what's your shoe game looking like? Are you a big shoe guy or no?
I'm not a big shoe guy. You just wear Crocs everywhere.
Comfort over style, huh?
Oh yeah.
I can understand that. Hey, tell me, who do you pattern your game off of? Is there a certain cornerback or safety that in college or in pros that you like to pattern your game after?
Uh, I'd go with Caden Stearns. Yeah, I like the way he plays. Real mean and nasty, and
Okay.
He's a real good safety. I love him.
Okay. All right. That's good. Somebody to look up to here. Being a successful student athlete is all about overcoming some type of adversity. Tell these coaches, either personally or dealing with football, a time in your life when you overcame some type of adversity.
I'd say when my grandpa died, yeah, I was I didn't really get to see him much. So he lived up in Illinois, but I heard he was really good at football, and I just wanted to be like him.
Okay. Tell me, what are some of the things how do you define leadership and how do you plan to lead your team this year as a senior?
I think leadership is like always doing the right thing on and off the field, and like talking to all your teammates, making sure they're doing well. And I plan on leading the team by showing what I have to offer, playing the game, and then also like off the field. So like taking care of everyone, making sure I'm doing the right thing, and making sure they're doing the right thing all the time.
Okay, I like it. Also, coaches want to know what kind of competitive spirit you have. Define or tell these coaches about your competitive spirit as a player.
I've been told I'm one of the most competitive kids, like people I've ever seen. Like you can give me a golf club and I'll try to win the golf tournament. Even though I've never played golf before, I just love to compete, and there's nothing like it.
Okay. I saw you play last year. You're a good athlete. Do you play other sports, Vandegrift? Are you a basketball, baseball, lacrosse, soccer? Or you do anything else besides football?
I play lacrosse, and then I also ran track this year.
Okay. Tell me, I always ask the kids that run track because it's a mainstay in football. How does track, in your own words, how does track help you become a better football player?
So I run the 400, and that's a really hard race to run.
Yes, it
And it
is.
just teaches me like if you're tired, it doesn't matter. You just have to keep going, give it all you got.
Okay. I like it. Hey, there's a lot of other good players on your team. You guys are two-time district champions. Take this time to shout out some of your other teammates that you feel are being under recruited that these college coaches should also start recruiting?
Uh, Absolutely. Both the Lewis twins, Bowen and Caleb Lewis.
Yep.
they've been amazing since freshman year and on. And then Matthew Lee, Ryan Beck, uh, Ricky Sweeney, he's slept on a lot. He's a real mean guy on the field, real nice guy off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about you guys are obviously in a very tough 13-6A district. You've won it twice. Shout out a couple of players that you played against. You're like, yo, that dude was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Kyle Brown. He's probably the best quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In my time. And then
is there a specific receiver that you faced, Logan, that you'd say, hey, that kid's pretty good?
I'm trying to remember his name. He was number 2 on Hendrickson. He was the shiftiest guy I've ever seen.
Okay. All right. Respect that. Tell me who is influential in your life right now? Family member or non-family member?
My dad. He teaches me that everything's not given to you and that you have to work for it.
Good. Okay. Tell me a little bit about who's going to be involved when you make your decision on what college you'll go to.
Definitely my parents. Like, they're trying to see which place would be best for me, and I'm also trying to see that. So they've been helping me along the way.
Okay. And then let's fast forward. You have a great 3 or 4 years in college, and you are in New York City waiting for the commissioner to call your name at the NFL draft. Who's sitting at your table waiting for your name to be called?
I would say my whole family, like my brother, sister, mom, dad.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your family dynamics. Are you the youngest? Are you the oldest, in the middle? And tell us a little bit more about your mom and dad.
I'm the youngest. Me and my brother are twins. He's 12 minutes older than me. My sister went off to college 2 years ago. She's going to the University of Arkansas.
Okay.
She went to OU for 1 year and transferred out because she didn't like OU.
Okay. And then what do your mom and dad do for their careers?
My dad works for the government, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom's a tax lady.
All right. Tell me, what do you do to give back to your community? Are you involved with your church or Boys and Girls Clubs or nonprofits? What do you do to give back?
I'm in YMSL, Young Men's Service League, and there's like these mission things that we have to do certain hours. It's either like feeding homeless people or cleaning up people's backyards.
Okay. Logan, tell these coaches a couple of things that you've had to sacrifice to be the best student athlete you can be.
A lot of time. I have to study every night, watch film, work out all the time. Yeah.
Okay. Also tell me a little bit about, coaches want to understand how you best learn both in the classroom and on the field. Tell these coaches what type of learner you are. Are you a verbal, visual, or physical learner?
I'm 100% a physical learner. Like, you tell me something, I might forget it, I might not. And then if I do it, I'll remember it 100%.
Okay. And then coming up here lastly, as we finish up, tell these coaches why you think your game translates to the college level.
I think I have the physicality for it, and I've been working on my speed, and it's really shot up lately, so I think I'm quick enough to do it.
Okay. And then tell us, 4 years of high school, maybe you play pro ball or not, but what does Logan's life look like after football? What are you doing and how are you doing it?
I want to travel a lot. I like the outdoors and everything about it and how all it has to offer. So I want to do a lot of traveling.
Okay. All right. Lastly here, we talked about it before, but Logan, in this last 30 seconds, give your 30-second elevator pitch and tell these coaches what they're going to get if they recruit Logan and what you're going to bring to their program.
Yeah, so I'm never late to practice. I love practice. I don't know why. I love waking up in the mornings, seeing all the guys. Just love it. And then I'm willing to work harder than anyone else to be the best at my position. So I'll put in extra hours, wake up real early, go to workouts. And I listen and respect what my coaches have to say, whether I like it or not. I just put my head down, keep grinding.
Okay. Well, man, I know you just got your wisdom teeth pulled recently and your face looks so swollen, but man, you did a great job in the interview. I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to the field this fall. continue to be safe, keep working hard, and we'll see you on the sideline soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Logan.
Thank you.